Garage, I'm Andy Phillips. Today we're back in the garage working on the Countach project. Not putting a lot of time into it, just pretty much wrapping up what couldn't be done last time I was in the garage due to time. That being said, as you can see, we have the hoods removed, the trunk cover or engine cover, whatever you want to call it, that's been removed. The doors are off, the wings off, as we've shown in the last episode. Today, basically, all I'm going to be doing is going over those parts and just touching up with some fillers, some small imperfections that had surfaced after the primer had been applied. The wing is fine, that one's done. So what we're going to do is fill those, sand them down lightly, reprime them with the primer filler, see how that looks, and if everything checks out good, then we're going to go ahead and coat all these components, the hood, the trunk cover, doors, wing, all that with the white surface primer. So that way the only thing left now is just to do a light sanding at 400 grit sandpaper and start painting it with the metallic silver and clear coat. So, that being said, let's get started. All the parts have been moved upstairs, so they're up on the second floor attic. So I'm going to work on them up there since there's not a lot of work to be done, so we don't need all the garage space. That way we don't have to move vehicles around. So let's head upstairs and I'll show you what we got. Alright, here are all the pieces laid out. We got the doors, the hood, and this trunk cover, engine cover. I'm going to go ahead and show you what imperfections we're dealing with on these. Really, the doors and the hood are very minute, just a couple little spots. It's this piece here, the engine bay trunk cover, that has a little bit more involved. So let's go ahead and take a look at them and then we'll start filling it. You can see right here, this is on the passenger side corner of the hood. Got a couple little nicks there, a couple there. That's pretty much it for this side here. And then as we come along here on the top of the hood, you'll notice right there, a little bit of a, there we go. You'll see a little bit of an imperfection there that needs to be filled. And then that pretty much takes care of the hood. This is the driver's side door. A little bit of body filler there that I must have missed on smoothing. Got to take care of that. And then also here on the driver's side door, coming up here, the back of it, you'll see there's a little spot there that I missed to sand, so I got to sand that down as well. A couple little spots right underneath. And then up here at the top of the door where we fixed that split in the fiberglass, you'll see right there a little bit of an imperfection still showing. It didn't fill it completely, so I'm just going to go over this whole seam, smooth that out real good, put a little bit of filler in there. And that wraps up this door. And then this right here, this is the passenger door that had the fire damage. A little bit of a imperfection right there, and as we come along this line in general, where I've already done a lot of work to it, you'll see there's, let's see if I can get some better, there we go. A couple little imperfections that need to be just touched up. Some down here close to the bottom, some little chips still there, and then there's one up top I'll show you. This is the biggest one right here. Right up here near the upper part, so we're just going to fill those spots. And now moving on to this piece here. This one has the most that needs some touching up, so let me show you what's going on with it. We have a crack right here. It looks like it's on the surface, but I need to make sure. And then as coming over here, you'll see there's another one down there as well. And just need to smooth that out. Got a light sand that surface there, bubbled up a little bit because of the coating that was on the polycarbonate prior. I don't know, must have had a reaction or something. So I'm going to lightly sand that smooth and we'll recoat that. And that's on both sides. Have a little bit of cracking right there on that vent cover that we added, and that's on both sides. I'll show you the other side as well. This is the other side here. That one's got a little split there, so we'll just fill that as well. Okay, well that's everything that needs to be done. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to shut the camera off. I'm going to go ahead and get all of that sanded and filled, and then we'll be back. Just finished sanding everything down, went ahead and applied the very light coat of body filler just to smooth those out. Going to go over them now, light sand them, blend it real good, and then we'll take a look at it before we go ahead and do the priming on it. And then that'll wrap up this time here. It's just a just an opportunity just to kind of get caught up on where we left off last time. All right, so looking here, you can see all those cracks and imperfections were sealed up there. And then I also went ahead and I ran a strip of body filler in those creases right here just to kind of blend those vents a little bit better. We'll shape those nice. Then we have over there the door, and then the driver's door over there, and then the hood, just a couple spots there. Everything has been patched, sanded, just wiping it down now so we can go ahead and give another coat of primer on those spots that have been touched up. If everything looks good, then we're going to go ahead and do the top coat of white primer, and then these babies are ready to await the final painting. So I'm going to go ahead and clean these up and we'll be back. You can see all those spots have all been patched and sanded down. I'll get a close-up there so you can see where the cracks were. Looks like the crack there. There was also one down there. And there was also one right here. Looks like they've been filled, but once we go ahead and actually patch those up and prime them, we'll be able to see for sure if they've been taken care of. There's the hood. You can see that indentation's been filled actually very nicely, and it's nice and smooth right there. So that one's good. And then we have this door, which is the passenger door. This one's been the one with the most issues since the beginning, but it looks like we've kind of cleaned up what little was left of any imperfections. Everything looks good. And once again, once we actually go ahead and prime these, then we'll be able to accentuate any flaws that may still exist, but I think we've got them all. And then there's the driver's side door, which was just along that edge. That's been taken care of as well. So I'm going to go ahead and lay the drop cloth so we can get ready to go ahead and start priming. All right, I went ahead and sprayed the primer filler. Everything actually looks really good there. We have the two doors, the hood. Everything's been taken care of. You can see here on those vents where the cracks and everything were. Everything is nice and solid. So we're going to go ahead and hit it with a top coat of white primer, and that should wrap it up. There you can see that crack is gone. Little imperfection down there, but I think as we work on that a little bit more with primer and paint and light sanding, that'll be gone. This one's taken care of there in that corner. All that is all nice and smooth, looking really good. So I'm very pleased with it. Went ahead and gave the white coat of primer there on that vent, and a couple minor imperfections that we'll take care of when we prep it for paint, but other than that, turned out really good. See there? It's looking good. That side actually looks really good. There's the passenger door that had all the damage. Looks really good. Just gave it a top coat of the white primer, and all the imperfections look gone. Here's the hood. No more indentation there. That's been taken care of. This has all been coated down with the white. Edges are nice and smooth. And then that right there has just been sprayed as well. That's the driver's side door. So everything's looking really good. So you can see there. all the components. Okay, well, everything has been coated down. Everything got done that I wanted to get done. Everything looks good. Maybe one or two minor imperfections here on that trunk cover there for the engine bay. Next time we're here, I'm just going to go ahead and just take care of those. They're very mild. And then give it another coat of the white primer. I didn't really put a thick coat on that once I noticed the imperfections. As far as the two doors and the hood, those are completely done. So these will be left here in storage until we're ready to paint those. So next thing then is take care of those couple issues here. Give another coat of white on that. We're going to remove the vents off of the car. Remove the headlight cover pieces out of there as well. And then probably start sanding it. So we're coming around the final curve here for getting the car ready for paint. I'm excited for that. That wraps up this time here. This was a kind of a quick video as we just kind of wrapped up what didn't get done last time. I hope this video was enjoyable for you, and please send any questions, any comments. I would love to hear from you. As always, I appreciate all the support. Please like the video, subscribe to this channel. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.